This week in Moto from around the world, A1 is almost here. Christmas is almost here. You guys are going to buy a new dirt bike? Well, in this episode, we're going to talk about some smack talking, some guys switching gears, ironically, and then also a new dirt bike as well. But first and foremost, there was some trash talking going down at the Goat Farm, which is also the place that holds, you guessed it, Star Yamaha and their 49 or 420 riders. This was from Deegan's YouTube channel, where he was battling with Eli Tomac. Oh, these guys are hauling freaking ass. But what went down? Well, there's a lot of shit talking going on between Danger Boy basically saying, hey, I'm not holding anything back. Sorry, bro, the throttle was stuck in that first moto. Not sure what happened. And Tomac is saying, let me guess. They don't show Moto 2 in his third or fourth place finish in Moto 3. And there's a clown emoji and then the earth. You know, so Eli Tomac, he's a very humble guy, but dude, I personally think this is not Eli Tomac, right? Like, these guys are just shooting the shit, basically. It's not real, but it's sort of WWE, I would say, a little bit. Not quite the Conor McGregor, no, none of that, but it's still entertaining, right? I love Danger Boy for his pizzazz that he brings to the sport, and him just poking Eli by not showing the full story, because that's what, social media it is. You're going to make yourself look as good as possible, right? So yeah, maybe he didn't show Moto 2, 3, and 4. Why would you show that? Why don't you show you just right on Eli's ass and you're like, dude, I'm the 250 champ and I'm hanging with what used to be the Supercross champ, and now he's just the world Supercross champ. But I definitely call this shenanigans. I don't ever picture Eli Tomac saying anything like this. He's sort of that silent killer where he kills you with kindness and can say F you by just staring at you and not saying a damn thing. That is personally where I perceive this. So this is uncharacter for Eli, unless he was just going along with kind of bugging a little brother per se. So that's my take on it, but I still think it's cool. I still, let me know in the comments below, and while you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because Tomac, his whole team says that he's in much better position than he was a year ago coming off of that major injury. Yeah, that was a injury with the Achilles tendon that would retire pretty much everyone. In football, you tear your ACL and you're almost out for good, right? But in Moto, no, you come back from death multiple times. These guys have 69 lives, not just 9. Crazy. I really want to see this guy win a Supercross championship and beat Jet. That's personally my opinion. I just want to see some really good racing. Prado being up there would be freaking dope as hell too, right? And we have Danger Boy confirming that he is going to race the West Coast.
I'm not going to wait 2 months to go race East. It's too much waiting. I feel good, so we're heading West Coast, baby.
Heck yeah, that number 1 looks sick. Looks awesome, right? This just number 1. Let's just rare it out here. Just run the number 1 forever. Let's just have it on that bike indefinitely, unless somebody like Ducati ends up spending a lot of money for the Deegan boys. And speaking of Ducati, Jeremy Sewer, he's looking good on that sucker. Let's go, MXGP in 2025. Let's freaking go. I want to see this happen. Let's see it. Come on. Let's go, Jeremy Sewer. Honestly, this is I want to ride this bike. I really, really want to ride this motorcycle. And speaking of just wanting extra knowledge, well, Complete Racing Solutions has a chat bot that is Coach Rob, where he's uploaded thousands of videos so that it understands how he talks and all the knowledge from all the data acquisition that he's done from helping so many different riders like Adam Cincerillo and so many other top professionals. You just have to ask him, hey, what should my HRV be? What should I be recovering? How long should I be riding? Any sort of coach type question, you put it in the chat bot and he will be able to give you back a pretty darn good answer. But it's only available for members, so go to CompleteRacingSolutions.com and join. Another little kid that I'm excited to see go racing is Cole Davies. he is graduated to the professional ranks, and I don't know what coast he's going to be racing, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does when you're racing against sometimes guys that are 30 plus, right, in the 250 class. I know the rules have changed so that they're trying to keep it so that you can't be a Mike Brown. Yes, I know, I love you, Mike Brown, but, you know, when you just freaking retire in the 250 class, they're trying to prevent that so that you can have these young incoming kids come up here. That's a decent segue to some new sound testing rules where there's a minimum RPM of 2,500 to 3,500. And for the 450, it's a little bit lower. It's around 10 to 11,000. And if you cannot meet that standard, well, during post race or qualifying control, it's a violation. So interesting that you have to be basically wide open. It doesn't say for how long, but still, that's when you're going to get the sound, is when that sucker is elbow dropped and you are basically turning it to the floor. Because the Premier Mobility Group has been suffering, that is KTM's parent company. They have pretty much liquidated the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna. So you've got some riders that are moving over. Casey Cochran is coming from the Husky over to the Gas, and Ryder D and Justin Barcia are going to stay there. But look at this. Love the fly gear, but, you know, that's how it should standard be looking. I don't know why Justin Barcia, his clothes are always so darn tight. Is it just maybe because Fly Racing can't make that tight of clothing, or is it just just Justin Barcia? You know, I don't know. There's just an observation there that, you know, he's wearing some rather tight Troy Lee Design stuff, and Troy Lee Designs was actually having a issue with the KTM. That was one of the deals that I'm assuming went with the hierarchy of KTM, but he is still sponsoring Justin Barcia, which is cool to see. And Christian Craig is moving to the 250 tent. Yes, he's still going to be the 450 rider over at Star Yamaha with Justin Cooper, Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, but he is going to be under that 250 tent to be sort of the mentor for those riders. He's been known to be working with Danger Boy for quite a while, and I think that's a good move. And also probably just they don't have that much room. There's only so many bikes that can fit under the tent, so they got to have a couple different trucks to do so. But I like where it is heading. Have a younger riders underneath a older, smarter, wiser, because there's a saying that the best experience is not your own. Learn from somebody. And Christian Craig, he's done it all. He had some of his best moments in the 250 class. On to some Lightning McQueen news with MotoGP. They have signed a 5-year deal with Brazil for a MotoGP race over there. Whew, that is going to be a interesting race. Just going to be damn cool. I don't know where I'm going with that. And here we have Factory Honda. They're going with some different fuels this year with ETS racing fuels. We've also seen the Star Yamahas guys with these suckers as well, which is cool. And lastly, you've got the Stark Varg that is now set up for off-road with, you can have blinkers, you got a front end light, and this guy does 80 horsepower. So it will get you up to the speeds that a highway you need to, 75 miles an hour or so. I don't know if I'd really want to ride it with a bunch of cars with guys texting and trading cryptocurrency and putting on their makeup, whatever it is they do. But still pretty cool that these guys out of Spain are now making somewhat of a supermoto bike, but just make it street legal so that you can go to work and spend less in gas, right? I'm excited just for new bikes all around. But this is Johnny Hopper, and this is your week in moto from around the world. Make sure if you made it this far, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, keep it WFO. Ba-ra-da-da-da-da-da.